Good evening,
Yes.
hello. My name is Frankie Kington. I'm known as Wise Entrepreneur. And on my YouTube channel, I have a lovely friend of mine and guest speaker called Deborah Esplin. Hi, Deborah.
Hello, Frankie. Hello, everyone.
Yeah. I'm really happy to have Deborah on here. Yeah, she's a lady who I know, and she's going to tell us all about, you know, her life and what she does, and we can bounce a few ideas off you as well about life in general, about business, and some of our hobbies like homegrown foods and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoy it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to introduce the lovely Deborah Esplin. Deborah, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. And how are you doing, Frankie?
I'm doing okay, Deborah. I'm very, very busy. Very busy with
Yes.
my YouTube channel. Very busy meeting like-minded people who want to make a difference in the world. I want to, give some hope and some happiness to people's lives. I know you'll definitely like that, Deborah. And I'm so
Yes.
happy to be doing the little YouTube little interview with you on my channel. And Deborah, yeah. So enough of me. It's more about you, Deborah. Deborah,
Well,
tell us about yourself.
okay. I also have a YouTube channel. It's called Debbie Esplin, and it's about food, kitchen, and home. And so it's cooking and recipes, but it's also tips and information, anything to do with your food, kitchen, and home. And my goal is to help people get more out of their food, eat more nutritious meals, have a happier, more organized, just more healthful kitchen and home. And so that's kind of where my focus is. So we have a lot of stuff in common. Um, I think between our two channels, not everything, but a lot.
Yeah. And hopefully, what we've got in common helps people. It's all
Yes,
about helping people.
that's
Homegrown
right.
foods, we know they're very healthy. I'm growing my homegrown foods, onions and
Yes.
lettuce and spinach.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's growing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then later on, I'll probably share some of the benefits of onions and homegrown
Hmm.
foods. And I
Yeah.
think Deborah's going to do that as well. She's got some
Yeah.
tips on garlic, so we can share that later on. So
Yeah.
just delve a little bit more about what Deborah does, how what she's been doing throughout her life. What is that, Deborah?
Well,
What have you been doing? What's your passion?
one of the things I do, and I've been doing this since I was a teenager, is I have a garden almost every summer. And this year, my garden was bigger because I was home more. So I was growing lettuce and spinach and kale and cucumber and tomatoes and zucchini, uh, plus a bunch of herbs. Oh, and carrots and peas and beans, and then I have a bunch of herbs. And it was really wonderful because when you eat food fresh from the garden, whether it's inside or outside garden, the taste is incredible. It's so fresh. And the nutrition also, you're not losing any nutrition because your transport is 1 minute from your garden to your kitchen. But when you buy food in the grocery store, it's picked early and then it could be transported for long distances. It could be stored in warehouses or fridges or freezers for a period of time. So it loses nutritional content and it loses taste. So that's one of the benefits of growing your own food, having your own garden.
Wow, I mean, I'm growing my own food, but I'm not growing half as much as what
Well,
Deborah's growing at the moment. So she's gave me some tips as well on what
yeah,
probably I need to grow in. Need to
I've never grown that much before, but I just had the time, so I said I'm going to do it, and it was delicious. It was delicious.
It's really important
So
as well, Debbie, to grow your homegrown foods. Healthy
yes,
body, healthy mind, because I'm sure that you use your mind as well, Deborah. What have you done
yes.
throughout your life? You just homegrown foods. What careers have you indulged in? Because I'm sure that you eating all your healthy foods, it's really
Yeah,
helping your career.
yeah. Well, I used to work in food production, and I love food and I love cooking. So I did that for 17 years, and before that, I was kind of working as a project coordinator in marketing and different fields. Um, but my real love, the real career that I loved is food. And I just transitioned out of that this year just because I wanted to slow down a little bit right before the pandemic hit. So it was good timing.
Well,
But
looking at you, Deborah, it looks like them homegrown foods are really helping you because it looks like you're really glowing as a person. I can see that.
well,
Your
thank
skin
you.
complexion and that, not like mine. But yeah, so
Well, even if
just
it's
learning
food
that
from
thing.
the grocery store, I always try to eat healthy.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
it's
it's
really
really
important to eat
important
healthy.
to feed your body healthy and feed your mind healthy and feed your soul healthy. Do all these activities to have a rounded life, and you will be much, I think, happier and healthier.
I think it's
So,
important as well because myself as an entrepreneur, they always say that you have to have a healthy body. The
yeah,
more healthy you are in body, the more healthy you are in mind. The fact that we're working so consistently, with other people to help each other grow and develop into people that we want to be, who can be trusted in society. Foods are really so important. I mean, I've put on a little bit of weight with the pandemic.
I have to a little bit.
Started the gym this year
Yes.
as well. And now the
Yeah.
pandemic come, I'm back to square one.
Oh no.
So I'm trying to find in my busy schedule, how can I lose a little bit more weight? Because it's really important. I feel very
Yeah.
fit. I do a lot of exercises.
Well, walking is very good. Walking
Walking
is
is very
for
good. Yeah.
losing weight.
You
Yeah.
do a lot of walking then, Deborah, yeah, does she?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And I jog a little bit. I used to jog more. I used to jog every day and I used to do races for fun, but now I walk and jog a little bit. But I call it moving meditation. I just find that when I walk or jog, my thoughts start to get into a rhythm with my feet and my breathing. And I just start to go into this state. And it's a very creative state. And it also, you have a lot of insights about your life. And when I come out of it, I feel relaxed and happy and calm. And so that's kind of another benefit besides the physical benefit. I find there's a kind of a
That's
meditation
great,
benefit.
Deborah. I mean, because I used to love walking. I used to walk everywhere. And for me, I feel it's
Yeah.
the best exercise any human being can do,
Oh, I think so.
walking. Because you clear your
Yes.
head, don't you, Deborah? You can think your
Yes.
thoughts, you clear your head, you feel this sense of freedom. You're not putting too much strain on your body, but you just relax it. And it's the best exercise. And
Yeah.
I always seem to think a lot better when I walk. Even when I
Yes.
was young, when I used to drink and used to go into town, I used to walk from home.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Still then,
that's
I was a
good.
bit drunk, I could still, felt a lot better
Yeah.
in my head, to clear
Yeah.
my head. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really great. I mean, when you're talking about jogging, that's a little bit different. I used to do like the 200 meters, the 100 meters when I was at school.
Oh,
I used to
wow.
run for
Uh-huh.
Manchester. So I was very
Uh-huh.
athletic. I used to love athletics.
Yeah.
But when it comes to marathon, oh no, I'm not good. So I'll have to leave that one out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I know my sister used to run a marathon, and
Oh, she
she
did.
run the London Marathon, yeah. She's very fit
Wow.
like that and very good like that. And she's been an
Uh-huh.
actor as well in different programs on TV,
Oh,
Coronation
wow.
Street and big shows like that. So
Yeah.
that's quite a very loving, quite a very popular family.
Uh-huh.
He's
Oh, interesting.
he's been
Wow.
around, and that he's quite well known, which is nice.
Yeah.
So Debbie, do you have any family, brothers, sisters? Tell us about your family.
Sure. Well, I came originally from the US, but I've lived in Canada since I was 11. So, I mean, Canada's my home, Montreal, Quebec. But I have a sister that lives on the west coast of the US. And then I have a sister who passed away, unfortunately, this year, not from COVID, but from for other causes. So
I'm
that's
sorry
quite
to hear.
sad. Yeah, thank you. And she lived in Boston. And then I have a brother that lives in Poland. So we're kind of spread all over the place.
Wow,
Um,
Poland.
and then here in Montreal, I have my two children and I have my three grandsons. And I'm very happy to have my children living in the same city as me. So,
That's fantastic. It's really
yeah.
nice, isn't it, to have your children around and the
Oh,
fact that you're a
yes.
grandmother as well. You must be
Yeah.
loving that. I bet you love your grandchildren.
Oh, I do.
Fantastic.
Unfortunately, right now I can't see them, but we do like FaceTime and stuff. But
That's
the
really good.
pandemic will not last forever. It
No, it
will
won't last
end.
forever. And
Yeah,
there's
we
loads
have
of
to
benefits
remember.
in it as well, isn't there?
Yeah, it
Surely
will
for
end.
families, it will bring us more closer together and value the things what are really valuable and what's really close to our hearts. And that's like love and, care for our families. So I'm
Yes,
sure there's really good things what are going to come out of this pandemic, yeah. And
I
the fact
think
that you
so.
can go on Zooms and connect is really important. I'm sure you connect with them on Zoom. Is that right, Debbie? Yeah.
Yeah, Zoom or FaceTime, Messenger, depends on what device they're holding at my daughter's house. But yeah, but we
Yeah,
connect on a regular basis. So,
because kids, they know everything now, don't they, about technology?
oh yeah, it's
They are
incredible.
the geniuses, aren't they?
Yeah.
More
I
mature,
mean,
aren't they, now, our kids nowadays in this world? Because
yeah.
everything's so fast paced and so digital and technology. They're so advanced with it, aren't they? You know,
Yeah, and they just figure out how to do stuff by just picking up the device and just they start pushing buttons and start playing, and they
yeah,
just learn. And within a few minutes, they're better than you are. So
exactly. I mean, sometimes I feel myself and probably you as well, Deborah. We need to go back to them childhood ways, don't we? Where the kid,
yeah,
I just love watching my niece who's here today. I just love the way they just explore stuff. They've got loads of
yeah,
courage. They don't care how dangerous it is. They just go and see it for themselves and work things out.
yeah,
How
and they're
brilliant
not afraid. They're not
they are.
afraid to try, and they're not afraid to fail. They just
Yeah,
do it. Yeah.
just do it exactly. I think sometimes as adults, I think we need to get back to that kind of childhood ways. That kind of reminiscing like when we was a child. Because
Hmm.
growing up, I used to love growing up Christmas. This time now, and just being around the family on certain days. I've always been brought up with values. Christian values. Even though I'm a spiritual meditator now, I was
Yes.
always been brought up with beliefs. You know,
Yes.
so talking about beliefs, Deborah, do you have any beliefs? Do you believe in anything beliefs like spiritual? You feel we always need a guidance for us to go through our lives, to keep us on the straight and narrow, and to keep us on that right path?
Well, I'm not participating in any organized religion, but I
Yeah.
do, I do believe in, right and wrong, and I do believe that I do believe there's some kind of energy
Anything. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is not a physical, that's it's hard to explain, but we've got our physical body, we have our spirit, our soul, and there's some energy that vibrates as a part of that whole
Yeah.
mixture,
We
that
call it a natural mystic because obviously we have a lot of energy in Buddhism and
yeah,
vibrations down the old Rengekyo. So you're definitely right there, Deborah.
yeah.
There's a
So
definite energy going around, and this energy can't be broken. So we're all connected to it, and
yeah,
it helps us grow, and so
that's
deeply,
right.
that we're all connected on a very deep level. Yeah,
Yeah, and
something we
so
can't.
that's where meditation helps. I meditate a little bit, not a huge amount, but a little bit, and um,
That really helps as well. Meditations,
yeah,
the way
and
forward. Yeah,
so I guess I'm kind of a spiritualist, or I'm not quite sure what you'd call it, but
yeah. A
um,
spiritualist sounds absolutely fine.
yeah,
As a coach, I do spiritual coaching myself, so yeah,
okay. Oh, I
you're
didn't
a
know that.
spiritual coach.
Yeah,
Yes, and that's a way
interesting.
forward. So Deborah, it's been really great you being on my YouTube channel. What's the weather like there at the moment? You said, is it cold? Is the sun coming out? Uh,
Here,
yeah,
well, today it's cloudy, and I think the temperature is -4, which is normal for this time of year. But we have a mixture. We'll have like a couple of cloudy days and maybe snow, and then we'll get a couple of sunny days, and it just goes back and forth like that, and the temperature goes up and down a bit. But I mean, it is a somewhat colder climate here than where you are in Manchester, because we'll get 5 or 6 feet of snow over the
yeah,
course of the winter.
yeah.
Um, and it can get quite cold. Like it's not unusual to get down to -20 in January and February.
So that colder, Deborah, is where you get a big pot of water. You go like that, and it just
Yeah, and
evaporates. Yeah,
that's right.
it's that
I should
cold.
I should do that. I should do that on YouTube and film it. That would be
Trying
fun.
that, yeah. Please do it on the YouTube. People will love that, yeah. Because that's what happens. It just
Yeah.
evaporates, doesn't it?
Yeah, it just freezes or evaporates. Yeah.
So
But
you really have to wrap up, man. You really have to be warm and oh,
yeah.
a lot of people don't die with that weather, do they? You find a lot of
Oh,
deaths at that time of year. A lot of
no.
no.
No. I mean, if people die, it would be because of the flu, or right now because of COVID. But
Yeah.
occasionally the biggest risk is if it's icy, people fall and they break ankles and legs and arms. That's really the bigger risk. Most people don't die from the cold because we know how to dress up, and unless they're homeless on the street. But even then, we do have shelters, but still, yeah. So as long as you have a warm environment to sleep in, and you know, it's generally it's you won't suffer from the cold as long as you have the right clothing and a warm environment. But,
Excellent. That's great, Deborah. So, what a treat it's been. It's been really
yeah,
nice just
it's
to
been interesting.
yeah, just to have you here and just really talking and getting to know you and look a bit more about you and know you're very successful and you're very happy and very warm person. And yeah, I know that we are going to be doing YouTube channels on homegrown foods.
Yes, we
And
should.
you can invite me on your channel and I'll invite you on my channel and we can do some homegrown foods. Is
Well,
that
that
okay,
sounds
Deborah?
good.
Would you like that?
Yeah, that would be very good. I'd like that. Yeah.
That'd be great. So, Deborah, would you like to leave any information or anything just to say to the people who are watching our YouTube channel? Do you want to leave any tips and information about you, what you do, people to get in touch with you or want to speak to you or interested in what
Sure.
you do?
Well, I'd first like to, I hope that people enjoyed this talk and found it interesting. I know we've covered a bunch of different topics, but there's been some interesting kind of, little gems of, of tips and wisdom that we talked about. And check out both our YouTube channels. We have different content, but we have some content in common, and both interesting in their own way. And my channel is called Debbie Esplin, so that's how you can find me. Just put that name into YouTube. Luckily, my name is rare, so it's easy to find me.
Things like that as
And
well. Somebody's
and
quite
if you have any suggestions or anything that we should talk about in the future, let us know.
Did you hear Debbie then? Let us know, please, ladies and gentlemen, entrepreneurs, infopreneurs, intrapreneurs, and innerpreneurs, like me and Debbie and ourselves. Thank you for that, Debbie. If you like this video, leave us a comment below. You just hear Deborah and hear myself. Give us some feedback because we always like feedback. Hit the notification bell, and I look forward to hearing from you on my YouTube channel if you like what you see. So thank you again, audience. I appreciate you just as well as I appreciate the lovely Deborah. And I'd just like to thank you again. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate you. All the best. And take care now, guys. And I'll see you soon. Thanks, Deborah.
Well, thank you, Frankie. It was nice talking to you.
You're welcome, Deborah. Thank you.